Да, я знаю, я отключала только на полчаса, ага. Включала на полчаса и опять включила, я знаю. Вампур. Это прочитал отзыв какой-то там гавкался. Игра становится непроходимой, бла-бла-бла. В смысле непроходимой? Пожри людей, ляжь спать. Вот тебе прокачка. Тоже мне. Такое. Он, наверное, решил никого не убивать. У него так не получилось. Так это его проблема, что у него так не получилось. Так. Что это такое? Мне осталось найти дорогу на... кладбище. Посетить похороны Мэри. Теперь надо подумать, какой дорогой. Региончик-то красный. О, может, я с ним не разговаривала? Да не, я разговаривала.
Goodbye, Mr.
Это кто? Где эта цветочница? Уайтчепел-стрит, состояние критическое. Так, я первый раз прохожу так, как стараюсь правильно проходить. Второй раз... не знаю. Посмотрим. Ой-ай! Это кого же убивала? Что это за тип вампиров? Да, в боевке тут проблема с камерой. Конечно, есть такое. Ну, в принципе, нереально. Как бы. Можно и так. Да, я была здесь даже. Ага, понятно. Состояние района у нас стабильное, было здоровое. Бля, доктор Суонси и события. Ну, я собралась идти на кладбище. Я по-любому сейчас кладбище пройду, там посмотрим. Знаки восклицания.
I have this thirst for blood.
Четырнадцатый. О. Блин. Давай. Давай, 5. Вот так вот. За вампура. Раз, такая. Снова бриджское кладбище. Я зашла наконец-то на кладбище. О. Ну что, идем? Моя дорогая сестра, не знаю, хватит ли мне сил. Скаль там стоит. Ой! Здесь не задержка, здесь это. Ого, ой! Я другого нашла, третьего. как их много. Так, один. Там устойчивость к глушению, походу. Кто-то меня звала на помощь. Что-то здесь, да? Четырнадцатый нормально для нас. Прокачались.
Somebody help! What do you want?
Вот я спасла мадаму.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people?
Это не
they
люди,
wanted to
эй.
kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Что ж ты ночью на кладбище-то делала? Ничем не болеет, хорошо.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder?
Труп отца Уитакору.
This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
Так, задание здесь, походу, есть одно. Вот это. Вот оно, вот.
Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Тю, да я сладкую воду выпила. Я от воды была кашлей. Ну, это зараз від солодкої води. Та я кашляю від води. Буває так п'ю і кашлю. Не респавнились чи що? Ні, це друге.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Да, Самюэль не смог на кладбище. Личный дневник, прекрасно. Как это спали вместе в греховной позе? Это какой греховный? Я не могу себе представить. Ведь, ну, чтобы еще это было удобно. Я никак не могу. Не может быть такой греховной позы, в которой можно было спать. Может, голыми, но греховными, почему? Он облил их одеяло бензином, теперь их души очистились. Нифига себе. Ой, отец Уитакер святой. Ну да. Они еще и у больных и мертвых забирают вещи, крадут. Ой, ты чё, назад. Назад. Кликала, никакой реакции, что-то странно. Ой, крысы жрать не буду, крыс. Пока. Хотя... Так, у меня же есть все те. Вот эти вот крови генерации. G кровь регенерация. Значит, я G использую, чтоб не есть крыс. О. Ё-моё, кля, побили меня. Ой, мне надо наверх. А.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. This mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
Надо подождать, так. Может быть здесь. Найти укромное место и стоять за покойным месту по Мэри. Где? Может, так мне стоять? Укромное место. Не знаю.
Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
А вот, ух ты.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
Я учусь каждую ночь.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies. feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Я не
I'm not a
религиозен.
religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Ему идти в церковь, тому очумевшему священнику. А, это церковь на кладбище. Что-то мне это не нравится. Тут кровь намазюкана. Открытое убежище, прекрасно, но мне пока не надо. Хотя нет, да, пригодилось. Так. 1, 2, 3. Нет, спать пока я не буду. Бессмысленно. Нет, ну мне все равно в сторону церкви. Тут узнал шейного новообращенный. Послушай разговор.
You reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin. Forget your old, weaker self. What do you want from me? Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures. So your name is Ascalon? Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Что это за законы? Я не знаю.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Бессмертный до конца меня донимай своими советами. Это мое дело, как мне жить, да? То нельзя, то это... О, да, что это такое? Ой. Ой. Так, альт. Блин, преподобный Кейн, что это такое? Ой, я не вижу, что он сделал. Это плохо.
I shall fear no evil.
man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Да, он оглушил тебя крестом. А и что говорит эта женщина? Иди в церковь, иди в церковь. Может, она его вообще в ловушку завела? Амелия, здоровая. 5000. Качество крови. Жаль, она немая. Хочется ее сожрать. Что он тут делает?
Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
Да, она ничего не говорит.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well.
Да.
Good evening, and good evening to you. Have you recent news?
Not at all, sir.
I'll leave you alone. Good evening, Miss. And good evening. I'll leave you alone.
Так, а священник где-то там. Вот же он.
You are blinded.
Good evening, Miss.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your...
Да, я
I have
нашел.
found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come.
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
I have heard enough for tonight.
Кстати, его же можно с ним поговорить. Там у меня столько всего интересного.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burned the...
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain...
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead.
A laughing queen?
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against...
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Why did you...
I sent him on a vision.
Ну да, я это только что сказала.
Covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
You sent a man to die because of a stupid... Good evening.
It's far.
Все.
I have heard enough.
Не о чем больше говорить. Интересно, что вход сбоку? Ну это знакомая наша.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Он хочет исповедовать, да?
Take no offense, vicar. I seek just a moment in nothing but my own company.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Just know.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She has been laid to rest.
I see.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, vicar.
What would you like her to know?
Чтобы я ей хотел сказать.
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Ну чё, ему ли стало легче, или как? Глаз был гробница, встретиться с Эдвардом солнце был.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Так, это то единственное событие. Я еще хотела посмотреть, что это за событие здесь. С этим я точно разговаривала.
Good evening. Goodbye, Mr.
Это кто говорит
Good evening.
громко?
Changed.
What do you know?
Two girls I know.
Goodbye, Miss.
You pay one way or another. Please. Fancy buy.
You never... Joe Peterson. He's the villain.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever...
Nobody will be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Right then.
Это Жо. Это есть Жо, да? Да-да-да.
Goodbye, Mr.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Кайдоган. Брейдс 800.
Mr. Bates.
Evening.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Ладно, пускай пока живет. Вот это. Бенджамин. Невралгия.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid not.
Have you any news?
Not recently.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Так,
You don't
я
seem well,
медосмотр.
Benjamin.
I always feel ill, sir.
Нету.
I will see you. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Можно есть только после того, как я его вылечу.
How are you?
I'm not your boy.
Do you need a sit?
I'm all right, but if you fancy giving me the medication, I can put it to good use.
Have you heard anything about...
Never heard of her.
Goodbye, young man.
950 опыта. Понятно. А, блин. Давай! Чё нет, это не используй. Чёрт, опять Почему? А я 4, я не могу использовать. Я не понимаю, почему? Почему я 4 не могу использовать? Вообще не поняла. Так, чьи это кровь? Это моя любимая. А, блин. Сука. Блин. Ну, он все равно возрождается. Типа, он же не умирает по-настоящему. С пепла. Блять! Что происходит, да? Сука. О. Так вот. Схватила. А там внизу еще один. 2. Так, что мне тут? Фига себе, он ест. Таких жестких ест уже пачками. Вот еще один. крысы. Ой, не туда телепортируюсь, куда мне... Ё-моё! Перестань там! Перестань на них концентрироваться, ёшки. Два. Ты... О, теперь хорошо. Вот так. Все. То он меня побежал нападать на самого жирного в окружении помощников. Совсем не то, что мне надо. Ты, я узнаю тебя. Кто?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Хватит загадок.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Да, теперь сам буду решать, что я чувствую, что я делаю.
Made me is some sort of disembodied entity, or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Так, и вот этот маркер.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Ну да, если чистый ковер, драться на нем нельзя. То будет кровь опять чистить.
Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Ну что, остановите репутацию.
People lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones.
Miss Harriet Jones?
I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Опять на меня вся надежда, да?
Peace in the hospital again.
Jonathan, please, I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Hampton?
Exactly. And now Guard of Pre-Wen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Хорошо, если я привел сюда Хэмптона, я с ним и разберусь.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Ага. Теперь мне надо... Тогда я все-таки не пойду в доки прямо сейчас. Здесь знак это восклицание. Почему? 4. Здесь знак восклицания шо. Вот и здесь.
It's locked, all right.
Тут все равно закрыто. Он говорит, что тут закрыто хорошо. Томас Элвуд. Бродячий скаль. Да. Сейчас мне его не побить. Мне нужен 24 уровень. Иначе. Бесполезно.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been
As a nurse at this hospital, it is...
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls.
Pepper, I know you're very...
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by.
Понимаю. Вы сообщница Милтона?
cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first. Even though
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the future?
In your position, I would suggest a more elaborate defense.
This isn't cynicism, it's realism. You still need me, Dr. Reed.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful...
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. It's locked.
Этот маркер указывает на продавца. Здесь странно. Не, Миртона я не буду.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Determination.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about...
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted...
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noted...
Goodbye, Doctor.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Paul.
Would you care to partake in this meal with me?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
Он был огромным.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact.
Гигантский
He
был.
seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You
Fergal.
were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club. are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take...
Що це від них подальше, а така, що за правила не імели в
I
виду?
hope to see you again soon.
А! Восклицания нет уже. Надо было, значит, с ней поговорить. Милтон Хукс. Доктор Куркуранти пацаней тут. Плохая идея тут есть. Людей надо их подойти, кто подальше живет.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
150, ну вот, не хватает. Так надо спросить его.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
What can you tell me?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Why do you have such a mediocre...
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse.
Всего не хватает, с каждым днем стает все хуже.
Goodbye, Milton.
Goodbye, прощай, Милтон, прощай. Я иду в тот район. Убежище. Через порт.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Это точно. Может, мне удастся их обойти. Да. Ого, ё-моё, как много. А, я опять нажал. Ой, ну ладно. Давай, ты еще сзади. Что происходит? Что-то все темное такое. Ёшкин кот. Тут еще тварь ходит какая-то. О. Какое-то вообще новое место.
It's locked.
Да, заперто. Вообще. Где крысы? Ну ладно, потом. Вот этот ходит. Какого он уровня? Шестнадцатый, там еще что-то, кто-то ходит.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking...
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Can I see what...
As long as you have money...
Мне ничего не надо. Где патроны? Бутылка дешевого джина 3. Бутылка алкоголя 3. Довольно похожие. Что это?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Вампир, он кого-то змей убил. Порт. И это моё. Погодь. Клей, да, это моё. Это моё. Так это незнакомец. Тайсон деление. Алкоголик, что ли, да? Стелла Фишборн, да, уровень 2. 1300 за нее, за него. Я про них мало подсказок нашла. Не такие вкусные, как могли бы быть.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Так, что ты тут
Good evening,
нам
sir.
рассказываешь?
Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
По работе.
I patrol late at night.
How do you identify?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a...
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste
Хочешь, чтобы я
posters
развесил
about
ту
vampires
плакаты о вампирах? Вампир попроси, да.
If you did that, then I can focus on my...
Выдающийся охотник на вампиров, новое расследование в
What can you
районе.
tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Это уже произошло, они уже заполонили весь город.
Have you heard of the...
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone...
Were you ever...
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of
Maybe at least you can tell me.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
Tom Watts.
He's a bartender.
Бармен.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a...
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it up...
Да.
Goodbye.
Ничем не болеет. Бармена спросить, так спрашиваю.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quick.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital.
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but what...
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I should have offered a drink to the boy.
This girl went a quick principle. Got no idea who she's dealing with.
Где-то тут домик был со старушкой. Крыса. Это ближе в те дворы. Сюда, наверное. Руфус. Стелла. Руфус.
All these whispers of monsters got folk gossiping and scared.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named...
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
So long, Rufus.
Am I really cursed? Could explain so much.
Maggots and liars.
Some call this the bad part of town. I've lived in worse.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to him?
Actually, that's...
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Goodbye, Mr. Fish. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed.
Ага, она с радостью меня пускает.
Does grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentle. What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Не могу ей вопросы задавать, ничего про них не знаю.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Shaw.
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Goodbye, Miss
Один
Fishburne.
знает. 1300, 1300. Сабрина, не, Сабрина не нужна.
Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts.
Хотелось бы еще про этого Руфуса, эту папку найти информацию. Однако, да.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail.
Don't like that, do ya?
Ой, ёпта ж, ой. Блин, Т. На Т лечится. Сука. Блин. Сука. Ага. Какой-то пистолет нашла.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Что за пистолет? Обычный парабеллум. 5-10. 15. Так, у меня закончилась сыворотка регенерации. Значит, возьму сыворотки выносливости на Т.
demon! Kill it!
Что ж такое? Блин. Да уж.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Так, этого вампира я убила, да?
Die, vermin!
Патрон. Кстати, 4000 очков, можно идти поспать. Убежища рядом нет.
Best be moving on.
Известно, что...
Best run along home, sir.
It's not human! Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
He's dead. Watch out. It's fast.
Что-то он свой крест вообще не смог использовать. Неизвестно. Неизвестная особа. Кто это?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Я доктор Рид, вам нужна помощь?
You, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
I'm looking for Sean.
He's a caretaker for the pub.
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know.
What can you tell me about the next?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
How interesting.
Jack. Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Так, интересно.
Let me be frank.
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would...
There's always the Night Asylum. Heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Так себе идея, чтобы стать богатым, конечно.
Show me what you have to offer.
Так, что мне продать ему? Браслет. Образец свежей крови 100. Группы вампиров искали. Может, это цены? Что-то 50. 30. Информация. Так, и шо? Шо я купила такое? А, я это читала. Странно, но я же купила вроде 2 предмета.
To these parts.
Так. 3-й уровень. Тут еще кое-кто ходил. Где же оно ходит? Вот, индит.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medic...
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Прикольная бабка. Головная боль. Мне нечем ее полечить, блин.
I told you my name is Jonathan.
Да
Of
плохо.
course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton.
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about...
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing.
Who are the more...
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippets.
What can you tell me?
Oh, no. I don't gossip.
Is anyone taking care of you?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
Смотри, какая бабка.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Да уж. Головная боль. Не знаю, чем ее унять, у меня нет лекарств от этого. Это плохо.
It's locked, all right.
Это реально плохо. Что новая информация про родни.
So.
Goodbye, Mr.
Родни это у нас кто? Это не он.
Good evening, young man. Goodbye.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Хорошо, что это за задание? Прятки. Поговори с человеком, который прячется в канализации. Это задание от Тома Отсона. Так. Родни. Прятки. Да, Родни где-то прячется. Что тут все блестит, а? Монетки. Ух ты, а как я его там могу найти, если он... 17. Если он за границей, как я его могу найти? Скаль, мигающий один. Там внизу. А, вот там убежище рядом с красным знаком.
Best turn around if I were you. Over there! There's one of them vermin! Ah! Ah!
А что это за место? Я была здесь. Кто это?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. John.
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit.
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Она назвала меня врагом рабочего класса.
I'm looking for Sean.
What is it you want? Does he owe you money?
May I ask what you do?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to...
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Ну и шо? Ну и шо
Why
богатый?
such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your...
What can you tell me about...
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Oh, your manners, your clothes, your...
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay.
Это правда, она без понятия кто. Все равно грубит.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Жителям Пакстона я не нравлюсь. Кто я бы думал? Какая противная.
Do you need medical help?
No, thank you.
Нет.
Well, I'll leave you for now.
Тысяча. Это твоя хата?
It's locked.
Bottle will soon be empty. I hope the turquoise turtle is still open.
Это же какая-то врачиня. Чем она вообще занимается? Шон Хэптон.
Good evening, miss. I'm Doc...
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks?
And what about you? Working...
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Вот и Пакстон пытается заработать, смотри. Какая.
Is it not dangerous?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for...
А, ты сестричка.
What can you tell me about the son?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back.
Which local...
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think...
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are...
I'm looking for...
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated...
Да, конечно, благоразумный, честный. Сейчас.
Do you need my
I'm fine, Dr. Reed. Keep your medicine for those who need it.
Понятно.
Goodbye, Miss.
1000.
Hope Giselle will pull
Я по 1000 за них получу. Скорее спать бы пошла сейчас. Так, а ну-ка, что у нас тут? Гертруда. Это записка Полоти Пакстон и Жизель Пакстон. Ага. Маленький ключ. Я открыла им, что-то взяла туда.
Glad to see you.
Lottie, tell me about...
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and...
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family.
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Очень зла на свою сестру.
You again?
Giselle, tell me...
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors.
Hell.
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because...
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't...
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform.
Трофейного расстреля.
Isn't the whole...
A few nights back.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night.
Новое расследование.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Shornham.
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give us a...
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Так ей надо, что ее уволили.
It's locked, all right.
Энергии язвитана 7. Шлешка где-то там справа. Жизель Пакстон. Кокс. Дала мне задание, трофеи. Найти тех, кто обокрал Жизель Пакстон. Угу.
Promised you I'd make everything right, Mum. But it's not been that simple.
Вот он, момент X. Сначала вещи соберу, потом поздороваюсь. Так. Сложенный лист бумаги. Тут алкоголик, которого я съела. Найти. Шона? Здесь кровище.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you?
This is a blessing for me to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's
But you were close?
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will...
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is...
I have to see for myself. But your sense of purpose and calm gives me some relief.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judge.
О, а это довольно интересно. Глава 3. Что-то... А, ну третья глава уже давно. О, второй этаж. сестричка ходит, Жизель Пакстон. Так. Кого у меня задание? От Жизель или от Лотти? От Жизель.
Glad to see.
Так, нет. Нет.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Не, ну может я все-таки что узнаю, их калорийность подрастет. Пойти в ночлежку около. Здесь. Так, 4000. Тут 1500. Закрыто. Свертывание, опускай, да-да-да. Теперь 1500. Две тысячи нету. Автофагия. Может, вот это и не хватит. Вампур. Вампурчик. Так. Стабильная дайс девиант. Двое чела заболели. Опять в больнице куча заболевших. Мозг, простуда, переутомление, простуда. Так, я всех этих вылечила. Тяжелые. А с критического вроде тяжелым стало, да? И нет, ничего, это не враги. Ё-моё. Больница стала с тяжелое состояние. Терпеть лечить надо. Эх, какие дела? 17-й стал. Чуть-чуть подрос уровень. Пневмония. Наконец-то средство от пневмонии. Привет, Эмбер. Игра мне это очень понравилась. Так. Мне надо полечить людей вот здесь. Ох, ё-моё. 6. Смотреть канализацию, раскрыть тайну Шона Хэмптона. Ну, пошли туда сначала. Все-таки по главному оно ближе. Что это? Большинство скалей происходит от иконов. Я до сих пор я и не поняла, как они в принципе появляются. Раздорежие скали, похожие на собак, ведущие себя как волки. Угу. Здесь проход должен был быть, его нету. Это есть. Странно. А 16 нормально.
No good place for a stroll.
Ой. Есть, получилось.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
А ты сюда спустись. Ха-ха. Я вниз пошел. О, 19-й. Интересно, не повышается в соответствии с моим уровнем или это сами по себе? Ай, я еще не восстановилась. Я не полечена. А. Ай-яй-яй-яй.
Lord, give us strength. Murderous bastard! I order you to step back.
А. У него устойчивость пистолета, бля. Да блин. Не получилось крови попить с этого. Что нафиг происходит? Так, заменить оружие надо. Есть. Зараза такая. Так.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Better go home. He's dead.
Это пап?
Giselle's stolen money.
Деньги Жизель.
Everyone has
Нашлись.
some unethical ways of financing their war.
О, так что я нашла? Отлично. Вернуть деньги Жизель. Как вариант. И найти вход в канализацию. Где-то он здесь. Человек-самозванец, который врет, что истребляет вампиров. По Исхавота Торгомонти. Знакомый, да-да. Вход канализации, если есть, там будет внизу. Что-то кажется, что он где-то там. А может и не внизу. Еще один. Нет, я не понял, где этот вход, ладно. Хочу пойти к папке. К тем женщинам, сестричкам. Так вот. Где они тут? Тут. А, вот он. Мужик, поговорить с ним можно. И Хавот. Здравствуй.
Good evening, Mr. Throck.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any...
Так, личное притворство.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire Ichabod.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own...
Подсказка не сработала.
You've never faced...
No, I'm not.
You have courage, Mr.
Thank you, Doc.
Не сработало, плохо.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Throck.
Ой, не то нажала.
Goodbye. And...
Ой, он здоров.
The wet
А чё он меня идет в другую сторону? Где сестрички? Не поняла. А Лоти? А еще одна?
Glad to see you again.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Лоти. А еще одна. Ничего не понимаю. Вот Жизель.
You again?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it!
Да, конечно,
Yes.
забери.
Here it is.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well...
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the wet boot boy.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Так, одной подсказки нет.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye.
1600 хп. Куда они ходят? Туда-сюда все ходят. Прячутся.
Glad to see you again.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
It's in the pits, where the city is darkest. The place you'll find your light.
Ну, почти, почти.
You again?
Пошли.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
What a waste of life. I only managed to be hated by all the people I loved.
Кинжал Жизели получила. Ах. Ага, по 10 поглощения крови. Такой же, он только зеленый, это синий. 15. Если его улучшить. Не могу улучшить. Быстрое дело. Может, это пропадет и чокнется. Кто его знает.
Why do you and your sister Giselle have such a...
Giselle whines she lost her job due to her unionist activities, which started her drinking. Truth is, she got fired because she's an alcoholic.
Ее уволили, потому что она
And you
алкоголик.
don't share your sister's...
On the contrary, I totally believe that workers need to unite to fight. I just disagree with Giselle's hatred for all...
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you were an automatic arsehole because you were born...
Perhaps your sister's addiction to alcohol is the result of her despair, but not the cause.
Perhaps you're right. But I'm tired of her playing the outraged and martyred social fighter while I earn money for...
Don't you think she wants to get better?
I believe she knows her alcoholism is a worry to me. And that's another reason why she continues to drink so much.
Алкоголичка она.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
1200. Чё, какие-то подсказки, но я их походу не найду. Уже. Произошло неизвестное событие опять. Да-да, тут аж 3. Побыстрее бы найти вход в этот. Канализацию. Внизу его не видно было входа. Пап, толку. Прям вот в этой пяточке, да? Ага, вот же. Вот канализация.
That doesn't work.
Что-то не то, да? Видимо, он хотел воду спустить.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Эти вентили реагируют на контроль воды. Понятно. Так, и шо? Он наверх не идет.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Так, теперь закрыто. У нас. О. Теперь я вижу, стоило ли мне идти спать. Кого-то тут уже съели. Хорошенько помучили. Да, жестко. Ого!
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Какой у него уровень? О, мой. Пятый, давай. Ого.
Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name.
Блин. Ай. Давай, давай, жри, жри.
Slow as a snail.
Какая-то у него тень какая-то, бля. Блин. Я шо не то ты как нажала? Как быстро, ля. Чёрт. Сука такая. А, блин! Ай. Камера, конечно, дурацкая. Бы и стали бы подальше показывала, что ли, я не знаю. Так, ну поскольку он бессмертный, то, естественно, у нас сыворотки все закончились.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Unleash the hand that crushes all. Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name.
Блин, а к чему там устойчивость у него, а?
Challenge the dictates of Ascalon.
Блин. Сука.
Power you cannot comprehend.
Правда? Давай, ешь, давай. Сука такая. Где он? Блин.
Your blood is now mine. Down.
Да. Эй! Немножко еще, да. Есть. Так, что там было? Долби. Долблю, да. Есть. Получено достижение крупная дичь. Ну, теперь я верю тому, что, возможно, он и убил этих всех. наших убил. Задание-то не снялось.
At least one Skal escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Но кровь ведь ведет туда. Вот еще.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Да, действительно, как он мог далеко забраться, кровище-то вести? Я надеюсь, больше боссов не будет, потому что у нас проблемы со здоровьем и кровью. Вот ни того, ни сего нет. Так, он сам идет медленно или это я что нажала?
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Ты кто такая? Территория помойных скалей. Неизвестно, неизвестно.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
А, вот он. Почему мне говорят, соблюдай правила. Значит, ты никто.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been...
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet среди них, в смысле?
That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Неизвестно. Здоровый горожанин. Ты кто?
Gratitude for your protection, Master. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Да.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet.
I love questions. As for the answers, you.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now.
Will you respect old Bridget's...
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire...
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning.
Ой, да уж, я очень плохо.
Dying over and over again.
Может, она еще не превратилась?
Have you tried to eat?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain...
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone...
Your room. The blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with...
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing...
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the...
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well. Then. What do you want to know?
Что она хочет?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Я не
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Ух ты.
Who was that man?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else...
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I...
Shadows?
The shadows. They heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick. Deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean...
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was...
Она все знала про нее. Что-то новенькое. И про нее знала, и про меня знала. Да, я поговорила с ней.
You found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon.
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True.
Can I be...
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets.
Она мутант какой-то.
You were once someone else.
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will...
For how long?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first...
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the...
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Типа стрелка.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Типа стрелка. Вот стрелочка. Хорошо. Вампур. Походит, откуда мне знакомое слово вампур? Может, художник такой был? Или просто оно на что-то похоже? Или краска вампур?
It's locked.
Что это? Крест на столе и люди? Еще кресты и трупы? Что здесь? Чем здесь занимаются? Закрыто, да?
It's locked, all right.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
И что же он и есть?
Are you eating raw flesh?
Сырое мясо?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war.
So you have the run of the place?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
Последние 10 лет помогал людям из Скаля. Что с
You're forgetting the
эпидемией?
epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth. ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones has...
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this? Oh,
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Scals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will.
Опять фанатик какой-то.
Forever and ever. Amen.
I haven't the luxury of being able to satisfy my hunger on staunched blood and lifeless flesh.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Объять и не доверяя вам пощадить. Я завидую тому, что вы обрели мир, обратить моя кровь. Ставит вас минус 500 единиц опыта. Очень интересный этот вариант.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
Интересный вариант.
It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
Какая гадость, да? Кровь пить. Получен достижение Агнеца. Божий уровень гипноза. Район пострадает в результате ваших действий. Будет их есть. Непонятно, в принципе. Так.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
В смысле, так кто это?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you again.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman's scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Ну, ты с сестричкой что не нашла. Да.
Goodbye, Miss.
Она там за углом лежит.
Good evening, Mr. Throg.
Dr. Reed, can I be of it?
You've never faced, let alone killed.
No, I'm not. I may...
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with...
Did you see what...
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely...
Точно, говорит, вампир. Напал. Найти в этом районе квартиру убитого. Не. Тут квесты. А, и в больнице же кого-то полечить. Собрать ожерелье, потерянное с Сеймором Фишебром, но это бы в следующий раз. Надо включать, к сожалению. Жаль.